A pleasant Tuesday, my dear students! After we finish the lesson 1, which tackles about sewing tools and materials, and you know already that it is important to know the sewing tools and materials because it has specific use or specific functions for your work to make it easier. So with that, let us proceed to lesson 2. Our lesson 2 for module 1 is all about types of sewing machines. It's very important to know the different types of sewing machines. Why? Later on, we will answer that. These are the guide questions that we will answer one by one while we are tackling our topic for today. Number 1, what is sewing machine? 2, why do we need to familiarize with the different types of sewing machine? Is it important to be familiar? Of course, yes. But the question is why? Number 3, how do we classify the different types of sewing machine? So what are the classification that we need to answer for us to differentiate the following sewing machine? Sewing is the process of stitch formation involving needle and thread, while sewing machine are textile machinery employed to stitch fabric or other material together with thread. It means that sewing is the process, while the sewing machine are the machine used for sewing. Kapag wala kayong sewing machine, you can stitch using your hands. So, ayun din ang tinatawag nating gawang kamay. But it is much better to use sewing machine for a large quantity of dresses that you will make. For example, hindi naman natin kayang tapusin ng madalian kung gagawa tayo ng 10 pieces o blouses kung kamay ang gamit. Kaya na-invento ang technology because technology can provide answers in the needs of human being. For example, because of the large demand, some inventors make a sewing machine. In livelihood, sewing machine is one example of technology. The Singer's Sewing Machine Company was established in the Philippines in 1882. Its product, sewing machine, became so popular among the Filipino families that it had virtually become a household fixture. Yung iba pinapronounce na singer, yung iba naman singer. But it's up to you. As long as the spelling is correct, that will do. Ito yung pinakasikat na brand ng sewing machine. Now let us go to the different types of sewing machine. Always remember that well-selected sewing machine is essential. Essential means important for achieving good results. Kung maganda yung sewing machine nyo, napaka-importante ito para maganda rin yung result ng product nyo. It should be correctly in accordance with the job requirements. So therefore, the types of sewing machines is depending on its use. Kung saan ang gamit ng sewing machine, ayun din yung type niya. Black stitch sewing machine. This example, so used in homes and sometimes in school. This also called domestic sewing machine. When you say domestic, karaniwang ginagamit sa bahay-bahay. And it is run by foot. And may also be converted to electric power machine. Ito yung kadalasang nakikita nyo sa mga lolo't lola nyo. But kahit even us, gumagamit pa rin yan. Bakit? Ang kagandahan nito is even without electricity, makakapagtahi ka. Don't forget that it is called lock stitch sewing machine. The other is high-speed lock stitch sewing machine. Sabi kanina, it can be converted. So, ito na yung another upgrade niya. High-speed lock stitch sewing machine. This is sometimes called straight stitching machine or industrial sewing machine. Why? Kasi ito yung usual na ginagamit sa industry. Sa industry, ibig sabihin large quantity na sa mga corporations. Kaya tinawag na high speed kasi mabilis. And it is powered by electricity. Kaya naka-indicate dito na it has automatic lubrication. It is used by tailors and this. Over-edging machine. Other companies call it small machine. It finishes the raw edges of the pattern for construction. When you are making dresses, the first thing that you need to do is to identify the correct tools and materials, prepare the equipment, especially the sewing machine, and then making pattern. Pag nakagawa na kayo ng pattern base dun sa may body measurements, gagawin nyo na is tatahiin siya. So sa unang tahi niya, usually ginagamit si high-speed lock stitch sewing machine. Pero kung gusto natin siyang i-finishing ng mas maayos, ginagamit natin si over-edging. Ang ibig sabihin ni over-edging, by the word edge, pinakadulo. Tatahiin natin ng malinis yung dulo niya. Next, number 4, embroidery machine. This is used in making fancy stitches and in making different kinds of embroidery. Sometimes, identifying the use of machine, nandun na mismo sa word niya, which is making embroidered. So, embroidery machine is used for fancy making embroidery stitch. In Tagalog, burda. Kung makakapunta kayo sa recto, ayun yung ginagawa nila. Pagbuburda using embroidery machine. But it's quite expensive. Buttonholer machine. This is used in making buttonholes on garments. Sa industry na naman to, sa garments. Ibig sabihin, bumubuta siya at magawa ng butas para sa botones. Usually sa jeans, ginagamit. Kung merong buttonholer, meron namang button attachment. Ito siya. Yan. Kasi halos same lang yung itsura ng mga high speed. Pagdating dito, sa part na yan, makikita nyo kung ano yung mga difference niya. So, this is used for attaching buttons to the garments. Ito, makikita nyo ito sa industry. It is not usual in domestic or sa bahay-bahay. Hindi siya usual. Double needle machine. This is used in the construction of different kinds of clothing, especially for the inseam, outseam, and side seam. When you say inseam, ito na yung tahi. Kung yung stitch, ito yung bawat tusok. Ang produkto naman nun is yung seam. Ibig sabihin tahi na. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, sa mga ibang dresses o binibili nyong damit or polo, especially sa polo, may dalawa, double yung tahi niya kasi double needle machine yun. Dalawa. Ganyan no. Ayun yung pinaka-example. Sa bag, kadalasan yan. Bartacking machine. This is used in reinforcing the opening and closing of packets. Kaya bartacking kasi tinatak. Sabi ng tinatak, ayun, reinforcing the usually closing. Yan. Doon yung makikita yan yung edge ng dulo ng bag nyo. Yung handle dun sa pinakababa. Di ba naka-clip yan? May ganyang tahi yun. May bar. Ang ginamit doon is bartacking. After finishing and be familiar with 8 types of sewing machine, so the question is, why do we need to familiarize the different types of sewing machine? Anybody? The answer is, nandun na mismo sa discussion natin. Different sewing machines have different purpose and functions that makes sewing easier for dressmakers. We should properly take care of the machines to fully maximize to its use to the fullest. After selecting the best machine for specific use, kailangan nating i-maintain siya para ma-maximize yung use. Pag hindi natin siya kinikare and maintenance, mababaliwala yung use ng. Always remember that select a proper machine for specific use and function. In other words, if we are familiar with different types of sewing machine, we can use it on its specific function and take good care of it, again, to maximize its. Kaya yung iba nagtatagal pa kahit luma na kasi na. So with that, after this discussion, go to Google Classroom and click Module 1, October 13. for you to answer this one skills check. Pag na-answeran nyo to, sasagutan syempre sa module nyo. And then, pipicturean nyo lang, tapos a-attach doon. Attach doon sa nakalagay na skills check for October 13. And then, comment, done. It means tapos na kayo. Ayan lang. Find and encircle the words listed below. Next, eto. Assignment nyo, let's practice. After skills check, proceed to let's practice. Pagka-cut out nyo lang yung following para makabuo kayo nito. Ito yung clue. Makakabuo kayo ng lock stitch sewing machine. So for your assignment, study about lesson 3, parts and functions of sewing machine. In one long bond paper, ay yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Eto, pag na-cut out nyo, doon nyo ididikit, picturean, attach sa Module 1, October 13, na may nakalagay na let's practice. Next, after nyong study si lesson 3, mag-ready na kayo kasi activity nyo rin to for Tuesday. In long bond paper ulit, mag-draw kayo ng parts and functions of sewing machine or mag-print. It's up to you if you want to draw or print. Then, identify the following uses or either the following functions of each part. Saan yon? Ito yun o. Makikita nyo rin yan sa module nyo. Kung sa module nyo, masasagutan nyo ng tama na clear per number, that will do. Then, picturean nyo lang. Kasi nakalagay, take a clear picture of your assignment and attach it to our Google Classroom. In Wednesday, follow the time schedule. Then, maglalagay ako doon lesson 3 assignment. Doon nyo yan i-attach. I-ready nyo lang. Para sa time nyo, i-attach nyo na lang siya. Bakit? Kasi ang mga yan, i-compile nyo yan for your portfolio. Again, ang portfolio is soft copy. Pero kung hindi naman kayo masyadong techie sa computer, you can do hard copy. Kaso nga lang, medyo complicated siya since mahirap magpa-printer. So, I recommended soft copy. Ibinigay ko sa inyo file. I-browse nyo lang sa stream natin. Andun siya. Pati yung mga grades nyo sa quizzes nyo, soon, lalagyan na natin siya. So that's all for our online discussion for today. Proceed to your Google Classroom. God bless and always keep safe, everyone.